And welcome to the Friday Night Locker Room on Space Coast Daily. Orville Susong and Zane Garcia here from the USSSA Sports Complex in Vieira. This is a little bit different than the Cocoa Beach Spring Training game that Orville and I did just a few days ago. We have a local team here, Eau Gallie Commodores, taking on the Bloomington Purple Raiders all the way from Illinois. So this one's kind of exciting, and there's history to be made today if Eau Gallie wins. Orville, talk to me a little bit about it.
Yeah, the head coach, Bobby Collins, he'll be going for his 500th win today. He tried it, earlier in the week and last week wasn't able to get his win. But today he's right here at a beautiful stadium here at USSSA, right on Stadium Parkway in Vieira, Florida, playing a team out of Illinois, Bloomington, Illinois. But a 500th win, Zane, is a 500th win. If he gets it today, it will be historic. If he doesn't get it today, he'll take a look at it tomorrow. So they also play tomorrow. But a big win for Bobby Collins and the Eau Gallie Commodores today would be historic.
It would be historic, and you look at this Eau Gallie team, they haven't really had the season so far that they would like to, just at 7-8 on the year. But overall, talking to Coach Collins ahead of this game, he said we're right there. You know, we're in nearly every single game. We just haven't been able to finish some games out. So it would be a kind of a sigh of a relief to get your 500 win and be able to finish the game out, which they really haven't been able to do this season. But you know, Eau Gallie has a great baseball program, and you look at the past couple years, they've been able to compete in district and as well as the FHSAA state playoffs. So this is going to be one that they're probably they're never going to see a Bloomington Purple Raiders team again. I mean, you never know in the next couple years with the Cocoa Beach Spring Training, but this gives you a little bit of competition from out of state, and that's always exciting as well.
So the Eau Gallie Commodores are the home team, and they will be on the defense first. And we'll set the defense for you for Eau Gallie. At first base will be Connor O'Keefe. At second base will be Sergio Perito. At shortstop will be Brock Lustig. At third base will be Caden Jones. We head to the outfield, Dominic Breckenridge. In center field, Vincent Breckenridge. And in right field, Alex Barna. Behind the plate this afternoon, KJ Jones, and on the mound, the number 23, Cameron Summer, and he's the right-hander. Stepping in to hit for the Purple Raiders the first time, leading it off will be Abram Murphy, 30-acre, and the first pitch is a ball. I want to welcome everybody to the Friday Night Locker Room and Space Coast Daily TV, live from USSSA Stadium. Swing and a miss, and that even in the count right here at Space Coast Stadium. You couldn't ask for a prettier day. It is certainly Chamber of Commerce weather. That ball's way outside. Catcher couldn't even get it. KJ Jones doing the best he could, but that'd take the count to 2-1.
Well, what I will say, Orville, this is way better weather than we had the other day.
Yeah.
We had probably 20-mile-an-hour wind. It was cold and started to sprinkle, so some better weather as that one's ripped right to center field, but in a routine play out there. That'll be caught out there by Vincent Breckenridge for out number one.
So Murphy, 30-acre, he flies out to center field. That will be out number one and brings up the left fielder, number 8, Celior Green. He'll step in, hitting from the right side, and he'll be the second batter today.
You know, I got to say, Orville, this is off topic, but 30-acre is probably one of the coolest last names I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. It is pretty neat. So Blake Holtz, the pitcher for Eau Gallie. First pitch is a strike. Big right-hander. And that's a curveball. And that'll take the count to 1-1 Nice pitch by Holtz. Finished surprise Green. There's another curveball. That's low in the dirt. Jones wants to appeal it, and he'll say no down at first base, and that'll take the count to 2-1. Thank you. Cameron Summer, the pitcher. I noted the wrong one. Line drive into left field. That'd be a base hit for Green, and that'd put the first runner on base for the Purple Raiders and give them their first hit of the ball game. Purple Raiders are coming in 1-0. They won the only game that they've played so far this year down here at Space Coast Stadium. The Eau Gallie Commodores coming in with a 7-8 record, but more importantly, 3-0 in their district. Stepping in now is number 21.
Yeah, you look at the contrast of these teams, Bloomington all the way from Illinois, so their season starts a little bit later. This is a good way for them to get hot early into their season by winning some games down here in Florida.
Blake Afrinick at the plate. Here's the pitch. That'll be called strike on the outside corner. That'll even it up at 1-1. Runner at first base, that's Green. Green gets a good lead. Summer looks over. He'll come to the plate. Swing and a miss on a curveball, and that'll take the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chasing an outside pitch is Blake Afrinick. Blake Holtz on deck.
And he gets him. Wow. That was a changeup, and it absolutely froze Afrinick. I mean, you can't blame him when the pitch is chest high and then it drops all the way off the face of the earth.
So that'll be the second out of the inning. Still over at first base will be Green. Stepping in will be Brock Holtz. He's the pitcher for Bloomington. There's the outside pitch, and that's a ball. This should be Holt's first outing of the year since they played the other day. Surely he wouldn't have pitched Saturday and then came today. So the runner at first, that's Green. Holtz. 1-0 count. Jones looks, the runner's going, and Jones can't handle the pitch. And down to second base will go Green with a stolen base. Count on the batter now, 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, it puts you a runner in scoring position now, and we just saw them hit a gapper into left center field, so one more hit into the gap, it scores a run.
Runner at second, count 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch, way outside, ball 3. So Holtz, he's got a 3-0 count. Look down to his coach, Steve Clapp, and I'm sure he's got the take sign here early in the season. We'll see what happens. It's only the top of the first, no score. Runner at second is Green. Here's the pitch, way outside, ball 4. So runners at first and second now for the Purple Raiders, and that will bring up the number 5 hitter, the second baseman, Owen Ratcliffe.
Oh, Coach coming to talk to Sumner real quick and probably just let him know, like, just be cool, calm, and collected. You know, you already got 2 outs. Just need to get out of this inning and get comfortable, and that's really what it boils down to, is just hitting the catcher's mitt. Don't worry about the batter. But once again, thank you all for tuning in to the Friday Night Locker Room on Space Coast Daily. Orville Susong and Zane Garcia here from the USSSA Sports Complex, Space Coast Stadium here in Viera, Florida. Like Orville mentioned, couldn't ask for a better day for some baseball.
I'm sure that this team loves it. Bloomington,
Oh yeah,
Bloomington loves it. Stepping
Absolutely.
in now, Owen Ratcliffe. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Cameron Summer, the pitcher of record so far for Eau Gallie, looks in from Jones. Here's the first pitch, and that's outside. Oh, catches the outside corner, strike 1.
Sumner's been throwing that outside pitch, and he was waiting to get one. He got one right there.
So Lori McSwain, Vicky Coltless, and 2 others watching. Want to say throw to second base, goes into center field, but no harm, no foul. And we want to thank Laurie for watching in. Vicky Coltis is watching. So shout out the ladies that are watching the game so far. So here's the pitch. Curveball.
Wow. What a pitch.
Called strike. And that broke about 12 feet.
Yeah, that thing starts out right at the chin and drops down to the ankles.
0-2. Cameron Summer looks in. Jones gives him the sign. Runners hold that pitch. Ooh, there's another one, but it came in too close. And that's ball one. 1-2 the count. Lorenzo Stevenson watching. I want to say hello to Lorenzo. Thank you for watching the Friday Night Locker Room on Space Coast Daily TV. Top of the first inning, no score. Bloomington Purple Raiders at the plate. Runners at first and second. 2 outs. Eau Gallie starter Cameron Summer will step off the mound, compose himself, and then right back. Takes a look inside. KJ Jones, the catcher. And here's the pitch. And that's way outside, going to get away from the catcher enough that both runners will advance. Jones goes to second.
Got him.
And he gets him.
Wow.
Great baseball mindset by KJ Jones to throw the ball to second. He'll get Holtz there, and that will be out number 3.
What a way to get out of the inning right there.
So the line score for Bloomington in the top of the first inning. No runs on 1 hit. No Eau Gallie errors. 2 runners left on base after a half an inning. It's Bloomington 0. The Eau Gallie Commodores coming to bat. Welcome back to the Friday Night Locker Room in Space Coast Daily TV. We're at Triple USA Space Coast Stadium right here in Vieira on Stadium Parkway. It's Bloomington Purple Raiders and the Eau Gallie Commodores. Historic day today. The head coach of the Eau Gallie Commodores and his roster working on their 500th win. Bobby Collins at 499, and he hopes this beautiful sunny day in Florida will be the day that he gets 500. Joining us now from Space Coast Daily and Cocoa Beach Spring Training is Lauren McClanahan. Lauren, thanks for stopping.
Hey Orville, thanks for having me. Always great to have you guys out here doing a great job at the ballpark.
Well, we appreciate the weather. That's the first thing. But talk a little bit about Cocoa Beach Spring Training and how things are going this year so far.
Things are going really good. We are in week 4. We have teams from actually we had the Dominican Republic team here coming in to play against our opponents yesterday in the stadium right now. We got Oregon playing Wisconsin. On the backfields, we've got Canada playing Minnesota. So, I mean, upwards of 100 plus teams in town. This has been going on 40 years. Giles Malone, our fearless leader, has done a great job, and, I have the opportunity to create these schedules.
Lord, let me ask you this. How do you contact these? Do you contact these teams from up north, or do they contact Cocoa Beach Spring Training?
In some regards, we have coaches like over here for Bloomington. Coach Clapp has been coming to us forever. So they're repeat offenders. Obviously, there's nothing better than a referral. Yep. So we try to do a great job for them. And then also we do mail outs, and we go to FCA events and AFBA, everything that we can.
Leading off the bottom of the first inning for the Eau Gallie Commodores is Caden Jones, and he'll pop it up into right field. It's going to be a fair ball. They let it fall in fair territory, and Jones will lead off the bottom of the first inning with a double. And he trots into second base with a stand-up double, first hit for Eau Gallie. If I'm sitting at my desk and I'm in Bloomington, Illinois, and it's 12 inches of snow, and a guy calls and says, "Hey, how would you like to come to sunny Florida for 2 weeks?" that's pretty like a no-brainer, right?
Yeah, they're happy right now. I tell you, that our first couple of weeks we had cold weather, as you know. We've had a lot of rain, so there's been some adventures this year with rescheduling game. Asking teams to play games on days they didn't have games.
Breckenridge steps in to hit. He's hitting from the right side. First pitch to him is low and outside. Ball 1. So it's pretty easy. They come down. You guys help them with the places to stay and all that stuff. You have all that all packaged up.
Yep. Terry Joseph does a great job with accommodations.
So here's the second pitch. Ground ball, third base side. That's foul. That'll leave the count at 1-1 Jones at second. He led off with a fly ball that fell inside the foul line in right field. So he's down at second. Nobody out. Runner at second. So now normally this has got a lot of tournament plays. Cocoa Beach is here. Now you also, spring training, Cocoa Beach spring training's got a lot of games going on here. Jones will slide in with a stolen base at third. But you're also around a lot of the high schools too, correct?
Yeah, correct. So this week, Eau Gallie High School is playing with us. Melbourne High School is playing with us. We also have astronaut J.J. Edwards coming down with his program to play here with us in Rockledge.
There's a fly ball. It's going to be in the gap, and right center field is going to roll all the way to the wall. One run will score. That will be Jones. Breckenridge on his horse, stand-up triple, a double and a triple, puts Eau Gallie Commodores up 1-0 with nobody outs here in the bottom of the first.
I tell you, Orville, anytime you play a Coach Collins team, he don't have 499 career wins because he's not a great coach and his boys, can't play. Man, he's done a great job for so many years, and we're seeing it with the first two guys in the order.
Oh, absolutely. They've always, I've known Bobby Collins for many, many years, and it's always swing and hit it. KJ Jones now steps in. He's the number 3 hitter. That pitch is way outside, and that's a ball. Jones, the catcher for the Eau Gallie Commodores, hitting .457. He's got 2 home runs and 11 RBIs, so this kid swings the bat. Here's the pitch. That's a little up, and that'll be a ball.
Hey, Orville, this is someone I think you and I both coached. KJ's a chip off the old block with his dad. Dwayne was such an amazing player.
Oh, yeah.
At Rockledge, played for you. Played with me a little bit in the summers.
That pitch is upstairs. That's ball 3. So 3-0 the count. Nobody out. Runner at third. 1 run in for the Eau Gallie Commodores. Jones steps back in. I believe this guy has a green light if he wants it.
Yeah, I think you're
We'll
right.
wait and see. Here's the pitch. That's outside, ball 4. It's tough not to pitch around him if you can because he is leading the team with a .457 average. So they'll have a runner coming out to run for him. That'll be Cortland Benford. He'll head down. He'll head down to first base, and he'll be running for KJ Jones. And stepping in now will be the right fielder, Alex Barna. Barna will step in with runners on the corners and 2 outs. Blake Holtz, the pitcher for Bloomington. I keep saying Bloomingdale. Fouled back to the stadium, and that'll be strike 1.
Orville, we know that you buy your socks at Bloomingdale's in the mall, so you're thinking about your Tuesday, buy one get one free sock sale.
I think Merritt Island has a Bloomingdale now, don't they? Or what is that? No, that's a different one. Throw over to first base. It's going to get by. That's going to score another run, and errant throw right there. That'll be the first error of the ball game. And that will score Vincent Breckenridge from third base. Going down to second will be Cortland Benford. And now we'll go back 1 strike on Barna. 2 runs in for Eau Gallie here in the bottom of the first inning. Swing and a miss. That's a foul ball.
Hey, Orville, talking about Bloomington being here. Coach Clapp's been a great friend of ours, coming forever, but one of the closers for the Dodgers, Stewart's one of his former players, and he's got about 6 guys in pro ball right now at the AA, AAA, and also in the big. So Bloomington's always a force to be reckoned with. Right now they're in a little bit of a rebuild, but I expect it to be a very competitive game.
Deep fly ball to left field, heading toward the DeMarini sign. It's going to hop over the fence, a stand-up double, that an RBI. And the Eau Gallie Commodores, they've got Blake Holt's number early. And Barna with an RBI, and Breckenridge with an RBI. And the Eau Gallie Commodores up 3-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. Yeah, I was talking to the Bloomington coach earlier. 23rd season he's been with this team, and he says, we're a little young, we're working on it, but anytime that you can get down here and play extra games. There's a line drive into left field. That's going to be a base hit. They're going to hold the runner at third, and that will be first and third and nobody out.
Yeah, in the first game, Bloomington from Illinois did play Regis High School from Oregon, and they pulled off the 7-2 win. So unlike a lot of high school games, obviously they're playing a doubleheader today.
Second baseman now, Sergio Perito, steps in. Nobody out, 3 runs in for Eau Gallie. And out comes the coach to talk to Blake Holtz. So how long does this Cocoa Beach spring training go on, Lauren? How much more time do you have?
We're going to go into near the end of April. We're really thick right now. We've got a ton of teams. It's going to tomorrow's going to be 4 fields, 3-4 games a day for baseball, and then softball there'll be probably 6 games tomorrow for high school softball. So it's going to be busy. It's going to be busy next week, and then some teams, their spring breaks throughout the country. There may be 4 or 5 teams in the following week, and but it's just an amazing thing. Orville, I've coached, and we've always had the privilege of being here in Florida. But when you're from the frozen tundra, and coaches are sending you pictures of snow that's to their rooftop, literally, from Wisconsin and Minnesota and Michigan, you have a greater appreciation for what you and I have enjoyed all of our lives.
Oh, absolutely, no question about it. Well, play will resume now. Throw over to first base. Lustig back in plenty of time. Sergio Perito, second baseman, will step in now with nobody out and runners on the corners. We'll see if Bobby Collins will send. There he goes. Fly ball left field. He'll have to hold up. If it drops, and it does not, it's an out. They'll throw to first and not in. Oh, he said he got him? Wow, that's a good.
It was bang bang. Orville,
Yep.
I could have definitely seen it either way. Umpire didn't make a passionate call there, so sometimes you wonder, was he positive if that was a safer out? But in the end of the day, I think it was the right call.
But a double play there, so that will put 2 outs on the board now. Brings up designated hitter Vincent Culver. He'll step in, hitting from the right side with a runner at third. Barnes at third. 2 outs now. Blake Holtz looks in, gets a sign, comes to the plate. Fouls back, and that will be ball 1. Lauren, the gods are looking down on you today, buddy. This weather is just something else.
I know. I tell these parents, I said that they're thankful, and I said, yeah, we're going to have to add that to your invoice. So we always get a good chuckle out of them.
Sunshine, 20% tip.
Yes.
So the count 0-1. Curveball, deep fly ball to left field. It's going to get over the left fielder's head, and that one will pop out of here. The second one to bounce out of Space Coast Stadium here in the bottom of the first inning will be an RBI for Vincent Culver, the designated hitter. Coming in to score will be Alex Barna. So 4 runs on the board for Eau Gallie.
Boy, that ball was crushed, Orville. And again, remember, we're playing in a big league-sized stadium. Some of these balls here are going to be gone on at Eau Gallie, at some of the parks that this team's playing.
I don't think they have the field markers up anymore on the stadium. I don't see them. Connor O'Keefe steps down in now, hitting from the right side. First baseman, here's the pitch, outside, ball 1.
Yeah, traditionally we got 320, 330 down the line. We're going to hit about 375 in the power alleys and 400 to dead center.
But the one so far, we've Eau Gallie now with 5 hits and 4 runs. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. And that will even up your count at 1-1. Down to second base is Vincent Culver. Just had a nice double and an RBI. So he's at second base. 2 outs here at the bottom of the first. Eau Gallie with a 4-run lead. Holtz looks in. Here's the pitch. Way outside, and that's ball 2.
I chatted with Collins a little bit. You try not to bring up, it's kind of like a guy has a no-hitter, and you don't go out there and talk about the no-hitter. Everyone kind of feels probably the tension of getting this 500th win. But I tell you, his team's responding right now.
Absolutely. And, I've known, like, there's foul ball to the first base side, and that'll take your counts to 2-2. I've known Bobby Collins for many, many years, and I don't think he would, the talk before the game today was nothing about Bobby Collins, was nothing about win 500.
I agree.
It was out there, guys, play good baseball, let's have a good time, and let's get a win. Fouled back to the screen, and that will leave the count at 2-2.
Orville, I believe when me, you, and Bobby originally knew each other, We all had plenty of hair, and our hair was a little bit darker than it is today.
I agree with you. My hair's not. It's certainly gray, that's for sure. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Runner at second. Pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and Bloomington will get Eau Gallie at the number 8 batter. And that will end the inning. But in the inning for Eau Gallie, 4 runs on 5 hits, 2 doubles, a triple, 3 doubles, a triple, and a single, and 1 runner left on base. So after 1 complete, it's Eau Gallie 4 and the Purple Raiders 0. So Lauren, there you go. Eau Gallie stacks it up to start with, 4 runs on 6 hits, and they're ready to rock.
Yeah, man, what a great opener. Again, we like to thank Coach Collins. He always is very gracious and plays multiple teams of Cocoa Beach spring trainings customers 3-4 times, JV games, and of course it's important these teams come down. Some of these teams have to play official games, Orville. They can't have a scrimmage.
Yeah.
And a lot of teams from the north, they have to only play scrimmages. So when I don't have a customer that can match up to play a customer, Coach Collins, Coach Claiborne, is really quick to jump in there and pull games of support. So we do appreciate the opportunity to partner in an event like this with our local legends, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Bobby Collins certainly fits that bill, that's for sure. So we head to the top of the second inning. The Purple Raiders ready to go. Stepping back in, Owen Ratcliffe. He was at the plate in the first inning when they got to third out, so he'll step back in. He'll get the hit again. He's a second baseman, and he'll lead it off here in the top of the second with Eau Gallie up 4-0. First pitch outside, ball 1. So Cameron Summer, the pitcher, the right-hander for Eau Gallie, steps up. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That'll even them up at 1 apiece. Summer throwing 20 pitches his first inning, faced 4 batters. Here's the next pitch. That's low. It's 2-1. So, Lauren, you miss being on the mic, do you, bub?
Hey, Orville, anytime I have a chance to sit next to you, it's always enjoyable. I'm going to have to get here in a second. We got to do some. It's like a ball in the outside corner. Got to run around and see a few teams, but again, Cocoa Beach spring training, 37, 38 years. Teams from all over the country coming down here to open up their season.
So Zane and I thank you for coming by. That's a swing and a miss. That'll take the count full 3-2. We want to thank you for coming by, talking to us a little bit about Cocoa Beach spring training.
Absolutely. You guys do a great job, and we're all pulling for Coach Collins here.
There you go.
Thank you.
So that's ball 4. And a leadoff walk goes to Rivera. And the first runner for the second inning will be on first base. Welcome back, Zane.
Well, it was nice to have Lauren McClanahan come in here and talk a little bit about the Cocoa Beach spring training, the importance of it, and having our local teams here in Brevard play against some of these teams that are traveling down from, the Illinois, the Canada, the Michigans, the, wherever. It is really, really cool because some of these teams, they're not originally on the schedule until they realize, okay, we're coming down here for the Cocoa Beach spring training. So great opportunity.
Pop up down the line. First baseman goes down the line, makes a catch over his head. Pearson Rivera out. What a great play by the first baseman down there. That's Connor O'Keefe, and that will be the first out here in the top of the second.
Well, as Lauren was on and I was spectating, I was just thinking the same thing you guys were, as Eau Gallie got real hot with those bats to start it out. So it'll be interesting to see if Bloomington can respond in this next half inning.
Isaiah Martin steps in now. First pitch swing and a foul ball back to the screen. That will be strike 1.
So Sumner into his second inning of pitching. I would say he's pitched well so far and still working that curveball.
Count, no balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Runner goes, throw to second base onto the wrong side of the bag. And it'll be a stolen base for Radcliffe. He'll get the second. And I believe that was a ball, so that'd take the count to 1-1.
Yeah, good reaction time from KJ Jones just to throw a little bit off the mark, like you said, on the wrong side of the bag. I believe if that throw was on the right side of the bag, he was out.
There's another pitch, swing and a miss, and that's strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner in scoring position at second. That's Owen Ratcliffe. Isaiah Martin at the plate. Wow. And that misses the outside corner. That'll be 2-2. And that's foul. Look out. Oh, there's your baseball, Zane. Run over there and get it.
Well, if, the deal was you return it to the concession stand, you get, a free lollipop, then.
Yeah, well, them days are over. That's when you were a kid. Not anymore, buddy. They just come and take the ball and tell you to go sit down. You're not getting anything from the concession stand anymore. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch.
Ooh, that was
Inside.
close. That was real close.
Got to take it to 3-2.
You could tell he wanted to swing at that because it was borderline a strike, and good hold up there.
Full count now. Runner at second and 1 out, and that got him, and that'll be a strikeout. So that'll be out number 2, and then we'll bring up the first baseman, Dylan Reed. Reed hitting from the left side, wearing number 2. We got 2 outs here with a runner at second. Cameron Summer, the pitcher of record for Eau Gallie. Threw 20 pitches his first time up, had 1 strikeout, 1 walk, and hit. Oh, he didn't hit anybody.
So that pitch is going to get behind KJ Jones at the backstop, and that'll allow the runner to run down to third. So now you got a runner 90 feet closer to scoring, and Orville with Eau Gallie scoring 4 runs in that first inning. I feel like you're kind of pressed that you want to get something back and get it back in a hurry.
Well, you don't need 4 runs. You need a run here and a run there to get back in the ball game. Right now, a base hit would put a run on the board. That pitch is outside corner, called strike. That'll even it up at 1-1. Owen Ratcliffe at third. He reached on a walk and stole second base, and he's at third on the wild pitch. And that's strike, and that'll be 1-2 count.
It's another good pitch there by Sumner.
One ball, 2 strikes. Looked at third, nobody covering. Ratcliffe had a good lead. If the third baseman would have been there, might have been a different story. But here's the pitch, 1-2. Got him.
Wow.
Swung all the way across. What a pitch by Cameron Summer, and that will be called strike 3. And that will be the third out in the inning. In the inning for Bloomington, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base.
Yeah, Bloomington coach walking past the ump right there, not too pleased with that call, but he threw it from one side of the plate to the other. That pitch moved a lot, and it sat right there in that bottom right corner, and he called strike 3. The umpire isn't wrong.
So Bloomington leaves 1 runner on base. They've left 3 in 2 innings. Score 4-0 in favor of Eau Gallie.
Orville, that's one thing that we talked about the last time we did a Cocoa Beach spring training game is, parents, fans, coaches, players, they're not going to like some of these calls from the umpire, but without review in high school baseball, the umpire isn't wrong. The umpire is right every single time. So, I guess I was taught when I was coached that you play the game, you let the referee, and let the officials do their work and you do your work and control the controllables.
Yeah. Well, don't get me started on instant replay and all that stuff. I don't like it. I don't think it should ever come into sports, any sport. I don't think it should be at any sport at all. I mean, you have these young men, young women, whatever sport they're playing doesn't make any difference to me. But they're out there playing the human element.
Yeah.
And then you go and you have human element umpiring and refereeing and stuff like that. But then, I think he made a mistake. Let's go to the replay and look and see. I don't like that. That's not fun. So Dominic Breckenridge will step in the bottom of the second for the Eau Gallie Commodores. He'll look at the first pitch, and that'll be strike one. Cameron Summer now through two innings for Eau Gallie. He's thrown 37 pitches, faced 8 batters, given up 1 hit. Blake Holtz, that pitch is inside, bounces to the plate, and that'll be a 1-1 count. Breckenridge ready. That pitch is way outside. Ball 2, 2-1. You gotta like this weather, man. We were here a couple days ago, and it sure was cold.
It was. I was leaving that game saying, "Where's the hot cocoa?"
There you go.
But today it's like, okay, I can maybe go for a frozen lemonade with the Florida heat that we have going on today. But you can't complain. I mean, this is prime baseball weather. There is a little bit of a breeze coming through, so prime baseball weather. Both these teams are happy to be playing. It is spring break. When you think of spring break, Orville, you think of nice spring weather.
Absolutely.
So both these squads are happy to be playing on this field and playing in this weather.
So here we go. Full count to the leadoff hitter of this inning. Fly ball to left field. Camping under it is Green, and he makes the catch, and that will be out number 1. So 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning for Eau Gallie. We'll flip the lineup and head back to the top. That will be the third baseman, Caden Jones. Jones with a double his first time up. Took the first pitch he saw from Holtz, and a stand-up double for him. We're going to have timeout on the field.
Eau Gallie is sitting there just collecting themselves as we have the pitching coach at the mound, and I think we're going to get a pitching change here, Orville. So it looks like they're going to bring in a new pitcher after 4 runs given up by the starting pitcher Holtz. It looks like they're going to bring in, that is number 4. That's Sam Thalgott. Sam Thalgott is coming to pitch now for the Purple Raiders.
Sam Thalgott to step in. The H on his name is silent. So where do they come up with these silent letters? That
that must be French.
Well, the French needs to learn to spell. I'm just kidding. I don't want anybody out there to. So Thalgott will come in. He's a left-hander for Bloomington. The Purple Raiders with the lefty. He'll step in now. We'll give you the line on Blake Holtz here in just a second. He was the starting pitcher for Bloomington. He threw an inch. I need to go back and take a nap.
He did throw an inch away from the strike zone, and that's why he threw some balls. And if you look at how the Eau Gallie team came out, I think that's not only because they are trying to get their coach the 500th win, but it's something that we spoke about a little bit before the game, is they haven't really played up to, I guess you could say, their potential this season so far. Eau Gallie has had a premier baseball program over the past I don't know, since Bobby Collins took over.
Really? Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
really, they've been an extraordinary baseball team here in Brevard County over so many years, and a 7-8 record this year isn't exactly the type of season that they'd like to have. So, trying to right that ship. They have 11 more games. I mean, if you include this one, 10 more games for the rest of the season, and with a 7-8 record, that could easily turn into a positive record heading into the FHSAA playoffs. And talking to Coach Collins, he said, as long as we're playing our best ball at the right time, then I have a lot of confidence in us to compete with any team. And really, that's what it's about, is playing your best ball at the right time.
So the new pitcher, Sam Tygat, will step in. His first pitch is called strike. The first one to see him from Eau Gallie will be Caden Jaquez. I had that all wrong. I wrote down the wrong name, so I apologize for that. But his first time up, he had a double, scored a run, swing and a miss. And that's strike two. The little lefty coming in, throwing strikes right away.
I remember that young man, Caden Jaquez, from the football field this past season. He played a little linebacker, I believe, and he was an extraordinary football player as well.
Curveball, line drive to the first baseman. That will be out number two. Nice pitch there. Nice play by the first baseman. And that will be out number two.
As someone who didn't play baseball, Orville, you know a little bit more about it. When you're facing a right-hander and then a left-hander comes in, is it a lot more difficult to see that pitch that you want to hit?
Well, the thing you have to look at is you saw the right-hander in the first inning, and now you're seeing him 9 batters later. A good baseball player will wipe that out of his mind and look and see who's on the mound. First pitch to Vincent Breckenridge is a ball. I don't think there's some young guys that they have it in their mindset that they have trouble with the left-hander. The only thing is the ball spins a different way.
Yeah.
If it's a right-hander, curveball goes at the batter over the plate, and it's just opposite from the left-hander, and that pitch is outside. That's a ball two. A left-hander will throw a curveball, and it's outside in the other batter's box and then breaks over the plate. So it's just both pitchers. On that strike two. The whole deal is you have to pick up the ball coming out of the pitcher's hand.
Right.
And you have to pick up the rotation. If it's spinning, it's going to be a curveball or a slider. If it's not, it's going to be a fastball or a changeup. That's a swing and a miss, strike three. And the Eau Gallie Commodores go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on after 2 complete. It's Eau Gallie 4 and Bloomington 0.
And as we head to the next inning, we will take a quick break, and we would like to thank some of our sponsors, and we'll be right back in a moment. Yep. And welcome back to the Friday Night Locker Room on Space Coast Daily. Orville Susong, Zane Garcia here from the USSSA Sports Complex Space Coast Stadium here in Vieira, Florida. It is the Eau Gallie Commodores and the Bloomington Purple Raiders. Eau Gallie leading 4-0 here as we enter the top of the third.
Top of the third inning for Purple Raiders will bring the center fielder to the plate, number 13, Jordan Bell. First pitch for him, he fouls it back to the screen, strike one. Next pitch, that's going to be a tough pitch to call balls and strikes on. That umpire's, he's doing a good job. 1 ball, 1 strike. This is Bell's first time up. Cameron Summer, the right-hander on the mound for Eau Gallie, and ooh, did he hit him? Nope, I guess not. So that'll be 2 balls, 1 strike.
That one definitely got in there close, but they say that's number 13, Bell, who got out of there. Jordan Bell got out of there just in time. Swings and misses right there. Call it a 2-2 count now.
Second inning for Summer. He struck out 1, struck out 2. He's got 3 strikeouts. That ball's back to the screen. That will be leaves the count at 2-2. Summer threw 37 pitches coming into the top of the third inning here. He's got a 2-2 count on the number 9 hitter, center fielder Jordan Bell. Eau Gallie in the first inning, bottom of the first, put 4 big runs on the board with 5 hits, a triple, 3 doubles, and a single. They were hitting the ball all over the place. So here's the 2-2 count. Curveball, swing and a miss.
My goodness.
And that's strikeout number 1 here in the top of the third.
You know, that curveball, from our point of view, Orville, doesn't look like it's any faster than 60 miles an hour, but they cannot hit it.
No. We'll flip the lineup, and now Eau Gallie will send the shortstop, Abram Murphy, 30-acre, to the plate. He flew out to the center fielder his first time up. He'll step in now. First pitch to him, low and away, ball 1. So we got 1 out here in the top of the third. Bloomington trying to put a run or 2 on the board. Right now, 1 out. Leadoff hitter at the plate. That's inside, ball 2.
Cameron Sumner doing a real good job against these Purple Raiders through the first couple. That one's going to be fouled over right and caught. So good play there by the right fielder. Right fielder, that's number
7.
Yeah, that's number 7, Alex Barna, and it looks like Connor O'Keefe was a little shaken up after his first at bat. It looked like he kind of twisted his ankle, and he's been trying to play through it. And right there, as he tried to retreat for that pop fly, it looks like he's just coming up hobbling. It looks like he's trying to make it to the dugout.
Bobby Collins out. He's going to walk his first baseman off. He's going to send a new first baseman. That'll be Giovanni Hollenbeck. He's a left. They play first base, and they won't slow anything down right here. So Connor O'Keefe, he'll take a slow and anguished walk to the third base dugout, and that'll put Giovanni Hollenbeck at first base. And he'll be the first baseman of record now, and this will come in the top of the third inning. We're back 2 outs here. Stepping in now is left fielder Salor Green. Summer, the right-hander from Eau Gallie. Here's the first pitch. Curveball fouled off to the third base side. Strike 1. So Bloomington with 1 hit so far, no runs. Eau Gallie 5 hits and 4 runs.
Yeah, Bloomington, they don't need to get something going now, but, you know, as this game goes on, we're approaching midway through this baseball game. Bloomington wants to at least get some rhythm going, and you would think the next couple hitters have been able to catch on to that curveball from Sumner, but just not yet.
Green now looking at a no ball, 2-strike pitch. Curveball again, too far to the outside. That'll be the first ball. Count 1-2. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Eau Gallie with a 4-0 lead. Cameron Summer on the mound, the right-hander. He's the starter. Here's the pitch. Fouled off to the first base side, and that will leave the count at 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You know, luckily, Orville, there's not a packed crowd out here today, or some people would really have to be dodging some of these foul balls.
Yeah, been a lot of them hitting the bleachers, that's for sure. 1-2, 2 outs. From the right side, Green, the hitter, waits. Way outside, and that's ball 2.
That was close as well. I mean, right on the top right corner, it looked like KJ Jones tried to frame that a little bit and get it inside. It was a close pitch. That one's outside, so now we got a full count for Green. Sailor Green trying to get this rally potentially going for Bloomington.
3-2 pitch. Fly ball left field.
That's
going
deep.
going back. It's going to be over the left fielder's head. Breckenridge gave it a run, but Laura Green ends up with a stand-up double in the second base.
Call it a triple, Orville. Right when you went to go
triple.
mark it, he saw the throw into the cutoff was a little bit offline, and he took off for third. So
theoretically, it'd be a double, but we'll give him a triple.
He's in there at third base. Huge momentum play right there for Bloomington, and potentially one base hit right here will get him in.
Next batter
There's
steps
another.
in, and it's going to be over the left fielder's head too. It's going to hit over it's shy of the wall, and back-to-back hits, a triple and a double. And Bloomington now on the board for the first time here in the top of the third.
You know, usually I like to say that I do have the announcers jinx, but I don't today. I'm giving them the announcers good luck. I just said a rally potentially, and there you go, a triple, a double, and now you have one more base hit to make it a 2-run game.
Brock Holt steps in now. He's the number 4 hitter. He was the starting pitcher. Now here's a pitch. Whoa, look out. That's behind him. Luckily, Jones was able to get it, but that'll be a first pitch, and that's a ball.
Yeah, that was impressive that he was able to catch that pitch, and it looks like he's going to go to the mound right now and talk to Sumner real quick and let him know, like, hey, you know, just gave up 2 hits in a row. That's okay. That's fine. Let's just get back to our stuff. That curveball's been working so far throughout this game. And you look on the flip side, the Purple Raiders, he's trying to make something happen. And if he makes it happen, then you're talking about potentially giving up 2 runs in this half inning. And you never know. Things can get real interesting real quickly. So
that pitch is outside. Runner at second base, that's Alfrenick. He had a double and an RBI to push the first run across. Green scored after the triple. So Summer in a little bit of a jam here in the top of the third inning for Eau Gallie. Here's the pitch. Fouled back to the first base side. And another bleacher is wounded.
Well, one thing that I said, Orville, just a moment ago was that you would think that they would start to see that curveball, and it seems like they've started to see it a little bit. Sitting back just a second. It's not a fast curveball. Ooh.
Came awful close.
Very close.
Alfrenick almost got in trouble at second base. If the second baseman had been a little quicker to the bag, they may have been able to get him, but Brock Holtz will step back in. He was the starting pitcher for Eau Gallie, and he steps back in. 2-1 count. And Summer turns that time to look at second base. So we'll reset. 1 run in here in the top of the third for Eau Gallie on 2 hits. 2 deep balls to left field. Pitch. Called strike, and that should even it up at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good pitch to run on right here. We'll see what the Purple Raiders do. Here's the delivery. Odd hitting. Hit by pitch. And that'll put runners at first and second. Bobby Collins standing in front of the dugout thinking, should I go out and talk to him? They're heading the pitcher to the bullpen. They're going to warm him up.
Yeah, that's going to be Cade Culver heading over there to warm up, and I saw him pitch a couple weeks ago against Melbourne. He's got some good stuff. So, but Cameron Sumner has pitched well. I think that couple of hits that he gave up may have got to him a little.
Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Foul ball to the screen. That'll be strike 1. Second base is Alfredick. At first base is Brock Holtz. Now we're ready to go. Summer looks in, gets his sign from Cage Jones. That's going to be to the shortstop. Nice little looper there, and that will be out number 3 for the Purple Raiders. But in the inning, 1 run on 2 hits. No Eau Gallie errors and 2 runners left on base. The score after 2.5, Eau Gallie 4 and the Purple Raiders 1.
Nice to see some of the Eau Gallie faithful come out here today and support the team, as well as the traveling Bloomington Purple Raiders. They've come all the way from Illinois down here. So it's, even though it's not a packed house, it's great to see fans from both sides come out here and support their teams. Seeing a lot of sunscreen being put on by a lot of people from Illinois, because they haven't seen this much sun since last summer.
Been a while. So in the top of the third inning, the Purple Raiders finally get on the board. 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 2 on base. The score now 4-1 in favor of Eau Gallie. The left-hander now for the Purple Raiders back out on the mound. That's Sam Talgo, and he'll start the bottom of the third inning. And we'll see KJ Jones, Alex Barna, and Brock Lustig. That will be the 1-2-3 hitter here in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, I think that this is important right here for Bloomington to hopefully get a 1-2-3 or something sort of those sorts, so they can get back to swinging the bats. If they've probably warmed up Cade Culver to get him in next inning, but it seems like Bloomington is starting to warm up, which, you know, with this Florida weather, you're going to warm up pretty quick, and those bats have warmed up as they were able to get it going a little bit that last half inning. But nonetheless, Sam Talgut for Bloomington, that last half inning, Orville, he pitched well.
Yeah, he did, and so he's going to get ready to go. He struck out 1 batter and got a line drive. Stepping in now for Eau Gallie will be the catcher, number 8, KJ Jones. He walked, and then they put in a pinch runner for him in the first inning. Came around, and that was the 3rd run of the inning. So the first pitch to Jones is a ball. Jones hitting from the right side. Second pitch, fly ball deep to left. It's going to be foul into the bullpen. That's a shot right there, and into the bullpen area. So that'll take the count to 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 the count. Nobody out, nobody on. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, ball 2. 2-1 the count on the Eau Gallie catcher. Today, a historic day here at USSSA Stadium. Bobby Collins, ground ball up the middle. Shortstop will cut it off. He's not going to have it in time. That'll be an infield single for the catcher. Shortstop did everything he did. The only thing he didn't do was able to come up with the throw, but he kept it in the infield, and that'll be a hit here for Eau Gallie. That'll be hit number 6. And they'll bring in the runner for that'll be Cortland Benford, and he'll head down to second base or first base. He scored in the first inning. He was run number 3. So Alex Barner will step in. He's the right fielder. He had a double his first time up and an RBI. Throw over to first base, back in plenty of time.
When you bring in a pinch runner, I think it's assumed that he's going to be stealing a base. So Benford having to retreat back. Alex Barner swings and misses there.
Well, the thing about a pinch runner for this situation here, it's your catcher. You don't want your catcher running around the bases, especially in the heat. You want him to sit in the dugout and get ready. There's a pitch. Run goes to second. Runner goes to second base. We'll give him a stolen base there. But that's situation runner for pitcher or for the catcher.
Yep.
So he'll have plenty of time to rest, get a drink, put his gear on, and be ready for the next inning. So Barna now 0-1 to count. Runner at second base. That's outside, and that'll be ball 1.
Well, if you got a guy in there that's got some wheels like Benford does, why not?
Absolutely. Here's the pitch. That's low and away, and that'll be ball 2. 2-1 to count. Did he say 3-1? I didn't see. Did you see 3 fingers?
I didn't.
Okay. So here's the pitch. That's a strike. Maybe he'll hold it up again. I had 2. Yeah, it is full count.
Full count now.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner goes outside, walk, and sliding into third base. And there'll be runners on the corners for Eau Gallie here in the bottom and third inning. Barner draws a walk. Benford slides in. He would have made it without any problem.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That jump was perfect timing.
Great jump. And stepping in now is the shortstop, Brock Lustig. He had a base hit his first time up.
Brock Lustig, the senior, will be headed to the University of South Alabama next year.
First pitch called strike. 0-1 to count. Runners on the corners. We'll see if they'll send Barna. Lefty goes to first to make sure he doesn't go.
Could probably use a double play ball right here.
Yep, that's where the runner goes. They did throw it. Surprised me. That's going to, ooh. Stolen base. That ball almost went into center field, and that would have definitely, Benford would have definitely came home. So runners at second and third now. Count on the batter, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Almost went into center field, and that could have been a nasty play as the ball nearly hit Lustig.
Wow, backside base hit will score 2. And he's going to be a double. 2 RBIs and a double. So Lustig is 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs, and he'll send his Benford and Barna both coming home on the hit. Backside hit to right field. Great piece of hitting. That's what you want to do as a hitter. You got runners on this side of second base. You hit it to the right field area. Both of those runners almost automatically will be able to score. Stepping in to hit now will be second baseman Sergio Prieto. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. So 2 runs in here on 2 hits. Eau Gallie gets the run back that they gave up. That pitch is low, and that'll be a ball. 1-1. That's outside. Ball 2.
Good save right there by the catcher. Lustick was ready to take off for third.
2-1 the count. Runner at second. That's Brock Lestrick, who just had a double and scored 2 runs. Here's the pitch. Oop. Outside, ball 3, 3-1. Here's the pitch. Fly ball's going to drop into right field. That'll be a base hit for Pareto, and the run's going to come home. RBI for the little guy at second, the second baseman. And there you go, third run of the inning, and that'll make the score 7-1. And nobody out. Eau Gallie doing in the bottom and third just like they did in the bottom of the first. Stepping in now, the designated hitter, number 15, Vincent Culver. Runner at first, as Pareto. Way outside, Pareto will go to second. They'll make the throw. It's going to be in time, and they got him.
That was one heck of a throw to second. I mean, if you get it jumped, then it's hard to get the person out at second. But, I mean, what a throw. That's number 32, Isaiah Martin, the catcher, with a excellent throw to second as he's able to throw Pareto out.
So the count on the batter now, Culver, 1 ball, no strikes. That pitch is upstairs. That's ball 2. Yeah, I didn't think you'd throw it, and he caught up with the runner really quick. He threw a rocket to second base, and the tag was right there. So Culver steps back in, 2-0 on the count. Here's the pitch inside. And, ball 3. Thought it hit him there for a second.
Now it was Cade Culver who was in the bullpen warming up before this half inning. So it'll be interesting to see if they keep Sumner and just have Culver ready, or if Culver's going to step onto the mound this next inning for the Commodores. But till then, he's headed to first base on a walk.
So that'd be a ball. That'd be a base hit, a base home balls. That'd put a runner at first base with 1 out. Brings up.
It's going to be Giovanni Hollenbeck this time.
Hits into a double play. We'll see if they can turn it. It's going to be wide and no good at first base. So Giovanni will reach first on the fielder's choice, and Culver will be out and forced at second. And that will be out number 2. So a runner still at first base for Eau Gallie with 2 outs, and that brings up Dominic Breckenridge, a left fielder. He flew out his first time up. That pitch is up and away, and that's ball 1. 3 runs in this inning on 3 hits. Runner goes, high throw in the second. No chance on an out there. Stolen base for Giovanni. Giovanni Hollenbeck at second base now. Count on the batter, 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. Strike 1. I think Barna, do you remember, did Barna get a hit? 1, 2, 3, 4 hits.
I think Barna did get a hit.
Okay, so we got 3 singles and a double. That ball will go to the plate, to the backstop. Giovanni
Hollenbeck
will head to third. Count on the batter, 3 balls, 1 strike.
Orville, do you think it plays into any factor that, you know, Bloomington is just kind of starting their season and Eau Gallie's already in mid-season form?
Well, absolutely. You know, if nothing else, wow, that was close. Oh, that is a strike. Okay, 3-2. Nothing else is the rhythm of the game.
Yeah.
Eau Gallie's played what, they're 7-8 or something like that. I forget exactly what they're.
Yep, this is their 16th game of the season, which actually more than that because they played a couple preseason games.
So Breckenridge gets called out on strike 3. That one in the inning in the bottom of the third for the Eau Gallie Commodores. But in the inning, 3 runs on 4 hits. No errors and 1 runner left on base. So the score after 3 complete is now Eau Gallie 7 and Bloomington 1.
Yeah, it is going to be Cameron Sumner still out there on the mound. I believe they're going to be sending, yes, they are sending Cade Culver back to the bullpen to get some more work in. So expect Culver. It looks like they're sending Colin O'Connell, Culver, and Cortland Benford to the bullpen. Not sure who they will select to take over for Sumner on the mound, but expect one of those guys to be entering the game soon, as Sumner's done a pretty good job. He's only given up 1 run, but I think that's one thing that we mentioned just a moment ago, is that this is just the beginning of the season for Bloomington. So still trying to find their rhythm, still trying to get their bats warm and get their pitchers hot. Eau Gallie in mid-season form already. This is their 16th game of the season. So, yeah, I mean, you look at both sides. I would think overall that they've both played decently well. Now, I'm not gonna say one side better than the other because of where they're at in their seasons, but I think that playing a good team, a good competitive team like Eau Gallie for Bloomington is probably really good for them when they head into their season. So,
I have to agree with you there.
Yeah, first pitch there by Sumner is a ball. It's down and away. Sam Tallgott for the Purple Raiders is at the plate. That one's going to be called a strike. Gets in that bottom right corner. Tallgott, the lefty, is also the pitcher for the Purple Raiders. That one's going to go straight to the third baseman, and that'll be out number 1. That is Caden Jacquez over there on third base. And mentioned earlier, he's a dual sport athlete. Played on the football team this past fall. The Eau Gallie Commodores reached the regional final, fell just short to Bishop Moore. But now he's on the baseball diamond and doing his thing.
Isaiah Martin steps in now. First pitch to him is low and away, and that's a ball. 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Eau Gallie with a 7-1 lead. Cameron Sumner still on the mound. Here's the pitch for Eau Gallie. That's outside and low, and that's ball 2. 1 out here in the top of the 4th. So far, Cameron, this late in the season, you're going to let a pitcher go a lot further than Bloomington would. But this is Sumner coming in now. That's a 3-0 count. Sumner coming in here with 60 pitches after 3. That's 20 pitches an inning. You would think at this late a date, that's ball 4, 4 pitches, and they walk Martin. You would think that he would be a little bit better at the mound. 20 pitches is a lot of pitches an inning. You can only go maybe 3.5, 4 innings before somebody starts worrying about you.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you, Orville, is back in your coaching day, how many pitches were you giving your starting pitchers?
Well, every pitcher was different.
Yep.
I mean, and it's always that way. I mean, not left-handed or right-handed, but stepping in now, first baseman Dylan Reed. We got 1 out. Martin at first base has a good lead. Cameron Summers offering to the plate, and that's a ball. You got some kids that throw, really hard. They're strikeout pitchers. A strikeout pitcher is going to throw on average. Here's the second pitch. Ground ball right up the middle. And throws to first, but it's an infield single for Reed. And that'll put runners at first and second. And that will be a hit for Bloomington. So I forgot what I was talking about.
Your harder throwing pitchers are probably going to pitch a little bit less. Is that correct?
No, that's not correct.
Okay.
And the reason I say that is if you have a strikeout pitcher, stepping in now will be center fielder Jordan Bell. If you have a strikeout pitcher that strikes out a lot of batters, baseball gods say on average he's going to throw at least 5 pitches, maybe 6 pitches,
right,
in order to get that out. Because you got a ball in there, you got a foul ball in there. That ball, that's up high, and that's ball 1. So if he throws a lot of pitches, he'll end up, if he struck him out, he's going to throw maybe 15, 16, 17 pitches an inning.
Right.
Throw in a walk maybe or whatever, and all of a sudden he's thrown 20-some pitches. Give me a pitcher that goes out there and throws strike, he gets a ground ball and 2 fly balls, and he's thrown 9 pitches.
Right.
I would take that any day. But you got to, you have your hard throwing guys, and you just when you're thinking about who I'm going to start, if he has a good game, he's going to go 4 innings, 50 pitches.
Yeah.
And then you bring in somebody else. If you got a hard thrower, right-hander, you back him up. If you got a little lefty that throws 70, 75, that's the guy you bring in next, and the guys screw themselves in the ground trying to hit the ball.
Yeah.
That pitch is a swing and a miss, strike 2, and that'll be 2-2 count. And you got a runner at first, that's Reed. Runner at second, that's Martin. Sumner working on his 4th batter of this inning, swing and a miss, and that's strike 3. So Bell goes down swinging for the second time this game, and he'll be the out number 2. We'll flip the lineup back to the top, and that will be Abram Murphy, 30-acre. He is 0 for 2, flew out to center, flew out to right. He'll step in now to face Cameron Summer for the 3rd time. First pitch way outside.
I'll remember this game if Eau Gallie wins because it'll be Bob Collins' 500th win. But I'm never going to forget that last name. Murphy 30 acre. I love that.
Murphy 30-acre, yeah. Here's the pitch. Pop up to the first base side. First baseman back. He calls for it. And he drops it.
Gosh.
And the throw to the plate. And he's going to be safe.
Yep. Wow.
So that will be an error on the first baseman. So he'll reach first. Coming home will be Martin. And Reed will end up at second base. So a run in and an error. First error of the ball game for either team. Stepping in now will be Sealer Green. He is 2 for 2, a single, a triple, and he's got an RBI. Nope, he doesn't have an RBI. I'm sorry. He steps in now to hit with 2 outs. That pitch is a ball.
Well, that is huge because that would have been out number 3. Now, with how big this field is, a hit into the gap could score 2 runs potentially.
Yeah, one of the things you don't think about at the time when a player makes an error, especially on out number 2, that fouled back to the screen, and it would eventually got you out of the inning. Now the question is, how many more pitches is that pitcher going to throw?
Yep.
Because your fielder made a mistake? Does he throw 5 more? Does he get a ground ball and get out of it, or does he get in trouble in the inning? That 3rd out is the biggest out of every inning, obviously. But that's the thing you think about as a coach. How far now is he going to, many more pitches will he throw this inning? And that's popped up to the shortstop and the third baseman. They'll fight for it. Jacquez takes it, and that will be out number 3. But in the inning, 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 runners left on base.
Yeah, it's a good point that you make there is how many more pitches is he going to throw? Because Sumner, it looked like, he's maybe close to finishing up for his afternoon, but Culver and they had a couple other guys. They had Binford out there working, and O'Connell also in the bullpen. Those guys did not get sent out to take over for Sumner, and Sumner has pitched well so far and did that last half inning. So, I think that they I think Orville, it's kind of determined that they're going to let Sumner go as long as he can.
Well, here again, the pitching, the staff knows what their pitchers can do. Cameron Summers right now is at 69 pitches. You could go back and look at the records from the earlier in the season when he's through, where he possibly threw 85, 90 pitches. So every pitcher's a little bit different. They have a little bit more, how much stronger they are than the next guy and different things like that. But here again, if you put the ball in play as a pitcher, you're going to throw less pitches unless your defensive guys, like that little mistake there, don't catch the ball.
Yeah.
So we head to the bottom of the fourth.
I kind of always liked pitch to contact type of pitchers, just for the simple fact that if you're an outfielder or even an infielder, you get some more action.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's going to be Caden Jacquez, who just made that catch over at third, stepping in and getting this half inning started for the Commodores.
Foul ball, third base side. That will take the count to no balls, 2 strikes. Jacquez with the double his first time up, scored a run in the first inning and then lined out to the first baseman his second time up. So he is 1 for 2 with a double. Steps back in now, hitting from the right side, count 0-2.
That one's fouled straight back to the net. Took a huge rip right there. It looked like Jacquez was trying to be the one to hit it out the park. Nobody's been able to get it over the fence just yet. I mean, major league field here at the USSSA Space Coast Stadium in Vieira, Florida. I remember back when I was in elementary school going to the Manatees and spring training baseball game field trips here to this field, so brings back a lot of memories. Obviously they do not have the Manatees here anymore, do not have spring training here, but we do have Cocoa Beach spring training, not professional spring training, but still a great opportunity for a lot of baseball teams to come here and participate. And it's not just baseball, softball, lacrosse, all coming down to the Space Coast and participating in the Cocoa Beach spring training. So really a great opportunity for the hundreds of teams who have been coming out here year after year. That's another foul ball. So KJ Jones staying alive. That's Caden Jacquez staying alive at the plate, and he's done a really good job of being able to battle throughout the series.
This will be the 7th pitch of this bat. Swing and a miss, and he gets him. So great pitching there by Talgett, and he gets his man to lead off the bottom of the 4th inning with a strikeout. Now we got one out here in the bottom of the 4th for Eau Gallie.
That'll bring in Vincent Breckenridge, the center fielder.
Breckenridge with a triple and an RBI his first time up. He'll look at the first pitch. Ought to be a ball. So the count, 1 ball, no strikes in the bottom of the 4th, 7-2 in favor of Eau Gallie. That pitch is on the outside corner. That'll take it to 1-1. That swing and a miss, that's ugly. I don't care what anybody says. That curveball is ugly. So that'd be 1 ball, 2 strikes. Breckenridge didn't have a clue. He couldn't have hit that one with a shovel.
Well, that one was it was thrown above his head and then dropped down to about his elbow, so it was very, very high, and he still swung at it.
Same pitch didn't fall that time, and that'll take the count 2-2.
I'll say when I played baseball for a while, I did like high pitches, so I can't blame him. But
ground ball, third base side, scooped up nicely, throw to first.
Got him.
And that will be the second out of the inning. Nice play over there by Alfred, and that will be out number 2.
Yeah, I think Sam Talgett is kind of the pitcher that you said that you like, Orville. He seems like he's a pitch-to-contact type of pitcher. he has struck out a batter today, or is that 2 batters that he struck out? Can't remember.
2.
2. Yeah, he struck out a couple, but he is a pitch to contact type of pitcher, I would say.
Jones look at the first curveball, fouls it over the first base dugout. And with 2 outs, so to take the count, no balls, 1 strike. Jones steps back in, hitting from the right side and hitting over 400 for the Eau Gallie Commodores. Here's the next pitch, curveball in, and it's foul ball to the other side, and that will be strike 2.
Yeah, I think Jones is just sitting on everything that Talgott has. He's not really throwing incredibly hard, I would say. That's part of what Orville, you mentioned earlier, trying to preserve his arm a little bit, but also maybe because the curveball has worked well for him. So he's not throwing an incredibly hard type of fastball or pitch.
And they get him. Jones looks at strike 3. He didn't like the call. He thought it was up and out, but it was there for the umpire to call, strike 3. So in the bottom of the 4th inning for the Eau Gallie Commodores, no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on after 4 complete. It's Eau Gallie 7 and the Purple Raiders 2.
Well, there's the fastball that I said is not extremely hard, and he gets him looking. So kind of ate my words a little bit right there. But it wasn't extremely hard. Jones was just a little bit shy to swing at that pitch and got him. So 7-2 as we head to the top of inning number 4. 5, excuse me. Cameron Sumner's still out there. It looks like they're going to continue to warm up some of their relievers, and I imagine they might have someone come in here for Sumner, maybe this inning, as we are entering number 5.
We're going to have a special guest with. She's standing behind me. I couldn't see her. I looked that way. I didn't see her, and I didn't see her that way. Let's bring in our special guest this morning, Lexi Betterman. Is she still back there? Yeah, there you go. Oh, I thought it was. Oh, okay. My fault. Huh?
And welcome back to the Friday Night Locker Room on Space Coast Daily. Orville Susong and Zane Garcia, thank you if you are just joining us. It is the Eau Gallie Commodores and the Bloomington Purple Raiders from Illinois here at the USSSA Sports Complex Space Coast Stadium.
First pitch is away and outside, and that's ball 1. Stepping in now to hit is number 21, Blake Alfrenick. Blake struck out his first time, had a double his second time, and an RBI, so he's 1 for 2. Here's the second pitch. Pops straight up, and it's going to be foul. Look out. Hit right behind us, and that will be strike 2. Let's get that ball. Another bleacher is ruined.
Yeah, honestly, actually, I was ready for that pop-up. I mean, I know it's probably not going to come through the canopy. Maybe not, but I was ready for it.
Curveball. And that's going to be foul ball down the left field line. Foul by inches, and that will be a long foul. Alfrenick comes back with a count of 0-2. Like Zane said, Cameron Summer is still on the mound. He'll take the mound in the top of the 5th for Eau Gallie. He's thrown 69 pitches, faced 20 Red Raider batters. And he's got 4 strikeouts, 3 walks.
Ooh.
Right up bounced right in front of him. He'd have to hurry, and he does, and he gets it. So that will be 1-3 if you're scoring that, and that will be out number 1.
That one comes right in and actually hits the pitcher. So Sumner didn't really know where it was right away, finds the ball and is able to throw it to first, but out comes head coach Bob Collins. Looks like he's
That's it.
Just going to give a little word of encouragement.
And he,
Sarah, ask him if he's okay, as he just got hit with that last swing. But overall it's been a good outing for Cameron Sumner, and now he'll face who was the starting pitcher for the Bloomington Purple Raiders. It is Brock Holtz.
that pitch is low and away, and that'll be ball one. Holtz, first time up, drew a walk. Second time unhappily hit by a pitch. So he is 0 for 0 today. He's walked and hit by a pitch. Been on base twice. First base is as far as he's got. So the count, 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the next pitch, called strike, and that will even it up at 1-1. So 1-1, and we're going to have a timeout here. Referee's looking over in the dugout for something. I don't know what it is, or the referee, the umpire.
The umpire is telling the players, you got to stay in the dugout. That's what we saw.
Uh-oh. He's not happy about something. Somebody must have said something.
I think that's the same thing that we saw when we did our game, Orville, is that he told them to get back into the dugout and stay in your place. The umpire's, he's the king of this field.
Yeah, that's the man. The one with the mask on. Here's the pitch. That's low and away, and that's ball 2. 2-1 to count, 1 out. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Coming to you today from the USSSA Space Coast Stadium Sports Complex right here in Viera, Florida. And you couldn't ask for a better day of baseball. Here's the next pitch. And that's low, and that's ball 3. So that would take the count to 3-1. Bloomington, this is their second game of their season. They're 1-0. Eau Gallie is 7-8. They're in the middle zone of their season.
Yeah, they still have over nearly a dozen games. They still have 10 games left in their season. So looking at their record, it can change in a heartbeat if they get on a win streak.
Ground ball, third base side. Shortstop cuts it. Throw, and he got him. Nice play.
Yeah, good throw from Lustig to be able to get it over to first base in time, as Holtz was hustling down that first baseline. It looked like he had a chance to beat the throw, but as I mentioned earlier, Lustig is also a pitcher.
Yep.
So when you have a pitcher who can throw hard and you put him at shortstop,
that's where the good arms go. That in right field. Second baseman comes in now. That's Owen Ratcliffe. He is 1 for 1 with a walk. Here's his first pitch outside. Summer working that outside corner for some reason, but he's throwing a lot of extra pitches to try to cut it off there. Here's the next pitch, and that's curveball little, and that's strike 1. 1-1. Ratcliffe lets that one go. We're in the top of the 5th here at USSSA Stadium. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Nice swing through by Radcliffe. So 1-2, and he
got him.
Called strike 3. So Bloomington goes down 1-2-3 in the top of the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on, and Summer gets his. So we'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Eau Gallie Commodores will hit, still on the mound for Bloomington is Sam Talbot, and we have a special guest with us now. The lady that runs this beautiful complex, USSSA Space Coast Stadium, and that is Lexi Betterman. Lexi, thanks for stopping by the booth here. How you doing?
Thanks for having me. I'm doing great. It's a beautiful day out here.
I was just getting ready to say, how in the world do you get weather like this after the weather we had last week?
Yeah, we got lucky. Baseball God said we need to play some more games. Let's get them out here.
So a lot of people, they're not familiar with this area. They don't know what Space Coast Stadium or the Space Coast Sports Complex is. Let them know what's going on here in Viera, Florida.
Yeah, we got a busy schedule here in Viera. The USSSA Space Coast Complex has 15 turf fields, all different sizes. We can host all different ages. Right now we're in the midst of Cocoa Beach spring training coming out here with a bunch of local high school teams and a bunch of high school teams from across the country. So we're staying busy and doing a lot of things.
Now you're allowing different teams and schools to come in right now. Talk a little bit about what you guys do when you don't have Cocoa Beach spring training here.
Yeah, so we're booked 51 out of 52 weekends a year with USSSA sanctioned tournament. So that's mostly youth baseball, youth fast pitch, and adult slow pitch. Being that we are USSSA, they're sanctioning events. We are their home field, their home office. So all their national level events, some state level events are all played here throughout the week and the weekends, that we don't have third party events like Cocoa Beach spring training taking place.
So spring training, you're here, you're the general manager of Space Coast Stadium and the complex. How did you get here? Explain a little bit of that, how that route came about.
Yeah, so originally I'm from Minnesota. I played softball in college, which led me down to Florida, and I graduated from Florida Tech in 2019, and I started working for the former USSSA Pride, which was their women's professional team. Started off as an unpaid intern, and I just worked my way up the ladder, and here I am today. So I'm very grateful for it, and I love what I get to do here.
Okay, I'm going to ask you one more question. There's a base hit in the left field. I'd have put a runner at first base, and that's Alex Barna. I'm going to ask you one more question. Nobody's listening but me. How cool is that?
It's fantastic.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Not a day goes by that I don't wake up grateful to do what I get to do, and I just hope that I can leave it better than I found it.
Now, where do you go from here, professionally?
That's a great question. I had high goals for myself. I thought, hey, if I can run this, maybe one day I can run an NFL stadium or MLB stadium. So I'm not sure yet, just trying to learn what I can from those around me and do what I can to help USSSA make this place the best spot in Viera.
Now, a lot of people drive by out here on Viera Parkway all the time, on Stadium Parkway all the time. There's a fly ball deep to left field. Center field will run it down. You got to like that. That Jordan Bell goes all the way to the wall.
Great catch.
To run that one back, and that was an 0-1 count. So he takes it center field, and that will be out number one. First base still occupied by Alex Barna. A lot of people going by here, they see all the cars, and a lot of people, even the ones that live in Viera or Rockledge, they don't even know what's going on here.
I know.
So how do you get that word out?
Yeah, we're really working on our marketing, especially with the people who live here. We really want people to come out and feel like they're welcome, hang out, have a beer, have a hot dog, watch some games, even if they don't have family members playing. So that is one thing that USSSA is working on, is really getting our marketing out there for our local community so we can get more people to come out and just enjoy what we have going on and watch some baseball or some softball.
Well, I was glad to hear that. There's a pitch, runner goes, catcher will drop the ball, so we'll have a Barna going to second, count on the batter. That's Sergio Pareto, and it's 1 ball and no strikes to him. So, Lex, anything else you want to throw out here while we're watching this baseball game on this beautiful, beautiful day?
No, thank you again. Really appreciate it. Thanks to everybody jumping on, listening. Space Coast Daily, Cocoa Beach Spring Training. One thing I did forget to mention is we are the home field for the Viera Hawks. Mm-hmm. So we'll have them out here for some of their home games coming up soon. But really, we're always here. So if you drive by, ask gate staff for me, and if I'm here, I'll come out and talk to you.
There you go. And you know, what a great venue you have across the street in Space Coast Daily Park.
Absolutely.
You mentioned Space Coast Daily. I can see an opportunity, maybe you guys partnering on something later with all of the area they have over there, and what a beautiful complex you guys have here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you very much.
Lexi Betterman, she's the general manager here of the USSSA Space Coast Stadium and Sports Complex. And Lexi, we thank you very much.
No, thank you.
Great ball game going on here as we talk to Lexi Betterman. And the coach for Bloomington's going to come out now and check on his pitcher. We have a runner at third base and one out. Sergio must have got the first, huh? I missed that when he was.
He did. I think that he was hit by a pitch.
Hit by a pitch while I was talking to Lexi. So there you go. Runners will be at first and third. Sam will be, that will be his last pitch of the day. Sam Toggett. And so we'll have a new pitcher come in. We'll wait and see who that might be. And we'll give you the stats on Toggett in just a second. Hayden Anderson, wearing number 12, he'll be in the ball game for the Bloomingdale Purple Raiders in just a moment. We'll watch him warm up.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of funny to see one team trying to get multiple different pitchers in there, and then another team letting their pitcher go all the way. But it's just really the difference of where they're at in their seasons. Eau Gallie is halfway through their season. They still have 10 more games to play, but they're halfway through their season, and this is just the second game of the season for Bloomington. So they'll be here in Vieira playing some more Cocoa Beach spring training games over the next couple of days and couple weeks, but then they're headed right back to Illinois, and their season starts off with a bang. So honestly, great opportunity for Bloomington to get some games down here, get their team ready for what's to come, because I mean, you know, we heard Lauren McClanahan talk about referrals. I don't know if Bloomington would refer any of their teams that are on their schedule to come down here and compete. So, you know, they might have the upper hand a little bit on some of their competition back in Illinois, and, you know, I don't blame them. Why not get my team in mid-season form, and, you know, once you go back to Illinois, now you're ready to play against some of these teams that you would play on a normal basis, as their district will probably start here within the next couple weeks, month or so. But yeah, Eau Gallie has a man on first and a man on third, runners at the corner, and it's going to be number 15, that's Cade Culver, the designated hitter that's going to step in for the Commodores.
Hayden Anderson, the pitcher now of record for the Purple Raiders. He's a right-hander. Runner at first base. Here's the pitch, squares the bunt, way outside. Catcher able to run out and get it. That will be ball one. The score on Sam Talgot, went 4 2/3 inning, gave up 3 runs, 4 hits, had 4 strikeouts, 1 walk. Faced 14 Eau Gallie Commodores through 62 pitchers. Runner goes to second. They'll cut it off because of the runner at third. And now we got runners in scoring position at second and at third, and the count on the batter, 2 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, 2 runners in scoring position now. We've already seen Cade Culver can swing the bat a little bit. He did try to lay down a bunt, but he gets one into the gap just like that. That'll score 2 runs in a heartbeat, as little Prito is going to run around and get home. He's got some wheels on him.
So Prito hit with a pitch. He'll score. Barna with a base hit. He'll score. Barna is 3 for 3 this afternoon with an RBI, so he's fighting for that Friday night locker room player of the game. So Culver gets a base hit, and he'll have 2 RBIs of his own. Still 1 out. Here's the pitch. Left field. And he's there. And nice play by Green and left, and that will be out number 2. 1 pitch, 1 out to Hollenbeck. Stepping in now will be Dominic Breckenridge. He's 0 for 2. Flew out to pop up to the first baseman, and then called strike 3 on him. And now he steps in the bottom of the 5th with 2 outs and a runner at first. Throw over. Back in time.
Runner leads off first and
Look out.
was headed towards second to steal, but that one's fouled right back on, nearly hit us, but we're all safe.
We have Lauren McClanahan beside us. He'll catch him.
Yeah, we're safe. We have a little canopy that gives us a little bit of cover, Orville.
Yep. Lauren, run a ball down. I need a baseball for my collection. There's a pitch, curveball, fly to right field. Going to have to hurry coming in. That's going to drop, and it'll bounce over the right fielder's head. And that will be a double. And they'll hold Culver at third. So runners at second and third now, and 2 outs. We flip the lineup back to the top, and that will be third baseman Caden Jacquez. Jacquez is 1 for 3 this afternoon, scored a run. He led off this game with a double. So he'll step in now. That's 2 runs in now for Eau Gallie. On 3 hits. Third baseman scoops it up. Long throw to first, and that will be it. But in the inning for Eau Gallie, they got 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors. 2 runners left on base to score after 5 complete. Eau Gallie 9 and Bloomington, Illinois 2.
Yeah, Eau Gallie still has a couple innings to work. This is going to be the top of the 6th, but I feel like they can kind of smell Bob Collins' 500th win. You're leading 9-2. You got to take care of business.
Don't do it.
But in comes pitcher Cade Culver. It looks like he's going to take over.
Don't you do it. Well, you've already done it now.
Yeah, I did already do it. But I said I have the announcer's good luck. There's no jinx over here.
Well, with a 9-2 lead, and after you said that, if Bobby Collins' team loses, he'll probably come up here and just beat the snot right out of you. That's what I would do. That's what I would do.
Yeah, somebody just clipped that. I just said that probably.
Yep.
I was actually wrong. It's not going to be Cade Culver. It's going to be Giovanni Hollenbeck.
Yeah, number 11.
That is going to take over on the mound. That's going to be number 9, Hunter Henderson. That is over at first base now, as Giovanni Hollenbeck was at first base and had took over for Connor O'Keefe, who went down with that ankle injury earlier in this game. And I hope that ankle injury isn't too serious and he can bounce back. I mean, they got a couple more Cocoa Beach spring training games over the next couple of days, but Connor O'Keefe has been a solid player his entire career for Eau Gallie, and especially this year. He's been one of the leaders of this Commodores team. So it'll be very, very important to keep him healthy, as the end of the season is going to be approaching in the next couple of weeks. So being healthy is one thing that Coach Collins as well told us, Orville, when we talked to him before the game. He said, if we can be playing good and our team is healthy, then we are confident against any team that we play. So
the change being made, Giovanni Hollenbeck will go to the mound. He's a left-hander. So we talked about that earlier, splitting up right-hander, left-hander.
Well, actually, I don't know what they just did, but they just took Hollenbeck off the mound, and now it is Dominic Breckenridge who is on the mound for the Commodores. So I don't really know what the conversation right there was. As you see, there's Coach Bob Collins right there talking to the umpire. I'm not sure exactly what the call was right there, or why they took Hollenbeck off the mound. But yes, it is going to be number 16. That's Dominic Breckenridge, the sophomore. He came from left field, and he's going to take over on the mound.
So we'll give you the scoop on Cameron Summer. He started the ball game for the Eau Gallie Commodores on the mound. The right-hander threw 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, gave up 4 hits, had 6 strikeouts, 3 walks, faced 23 Purple Raiders, and threw 82 pitches. They changed pitchers right before the inning. I don't know what that does. There's a rule there. I don't know exactly what it is about what he does now with because you had to enter him in the game for him to go to the mound, touch the rubber, and throw.
Yeah.
Even though it was just warm-up pitches. So stepping in now to hit as we head to the top of the 6th inning, Dominic Breckenridge on the mound for Eau Gallie.
First pitch is up and away for a ball.
And that's number 12, Hayden Anderson. That's low and away, and that's ball 2. So Anderson in the ball game. He'll hit the number 6 spot. Here's the pitch. And that's right down the middle of the plate. And that's 2 balls, 1 strike. We're in the top of the 6th. Eau Gallie with a 9-2 lead. Fouled back to the screen. And that will take the count even to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Historic day here at USSSA Space Coast Stadium for the Eau Gallie Commodores and their head coach, Bobby Collins. 23rd season as the head Eau Gallie. Excuse me, that's not right. The Bloomington's coach has been with them 23 seasons. That pitch is fouled off, and that's 2-2. So Bobby Collins working on win number 500. He has win 499, and he's looking for that 500th win today. So Breckenridge with the pitch.
That's going to bring the count full, and as a hitter, that's discipline, plate discipline to see that it's a little bit high. If I was down there in the batter's box, I'm swinging at that all day.
And that's going to be called strike 3 on the inside corner. Breckenridge hit it, and that will be strikeout number 1 for him.
Good pitch right there, able to get him. That'll be out number 1, and in comes, that's number...
Well, we have number 20, but we don't have a number 20 on the roster. I don't.
I do. It's going to be Miles Majerski, or Majersk. If I am pronouncing that incorrect, I apologize. That is Miles Majerzik, number 20 for the Bloomington Purple Raiders. So,
well, I have a number 20. It's Majersic. I'm sorry, I had that one down there. Miles Majersic, and the count on him now 1 ball, 1 strike. I was looking at Eau Gallie's roster. They don't have a number 20 in case you want to know. Here's the next pitch. Majersic ground ball, first base, knocks it down, picks it up, walks it over to the bag, and that's out number 2. So 3 unassisted if you're scoring that. That will be out number 2. And we should have another pinch hitter. And no, this is the first baseman, number 2, Dylan Reed, hitting from the left side.
yep.
He has had a base hit in the 3rd or 4th, struck out in the 2nd. So he is 1 for 2. That's upstairs, ball 1. So Dominic Breckenridge comes in relief of Cameron Summer for the Eau Gallie Commodores. He's faced 2 batters, got 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2. He's got a strikeout and a ground out. Fouled back to the screen, and that's 2-1.
Breckenridge has come in, and he's throwing the ball hard. So it's definitely kind of a change from what they were seeing from Cameron Sumner, who was throwing those curveballs. He was throwing those off-speed pitches, and now you have Breckenridge, who's probably throwing a close to 90-mile-an-hour fastball.
3-1's a count. That pitch fouled back to the screen, and that'd be 3-2. Dylan Reed, the first baseman, he's 1 for 2 this afternoon. Steps back in. He's got a single and a strikeout. Hitting from the left side, we got 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Dominic Breckenridge gets his sign from Jones. Here's the pitch, curveball.
Wow.
Whoa, wow, how did they miss that one? And that's ball 4.
Yeah, I'm a little bit shocked about that one. I thought that was a strike. But the umpire didn't think so. So
that will bring up number 6, Sam Brown, hitting in the number 9 spot. Brown steps in, hitting right from the right side. Reed at first. 2 outs, a golf cart makes noise. And here we go. Inside, ball 1. Nine to 2 in favor of Eau Gallie. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Dominic Breckenridge on to pitch in relief of Cameron Summer. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
good pitch there by Breckenridge.
So we're looking for, if you're an Eau Gallie fan, you're looking for out number 3 here with the runner at first base. 1-1 the count. That's called strike 2 on the outside corner. Nice pitch by Breckenridge. The Purple Raiders are running out of outs. They have 4 more to go here before Bobby Collins will get his 500th win. I said it after you, so here's the pitch. That's low, and that's 2-2's the count. So 2-2 the count here. Good pitch to run, and a good pitch to hit. If it's close, swing at it. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Base hit right between third and short, and that will put runners at first and second. Sam Brown gets an opportunity as a pinch hitter in the bottom of the lineup, and he comes through with a CNI ground ball between third and short, and that will put Reed at second, Brown at first, and we'll head back to the top of the lineup, and that will be shortstop Abram Murphy, 30-acre, Zane's favorite player. He has got a new player, and that's 30-acre.
It is, and you know, once I buy my own property, I'm going to call it the Murphy 30-acre piece of land. And,
yeah, but it's only going to be what, a lot?
Well, I'm going to make sure that it's 30 acres, you know, just for his last name. So,
yeah, there you go.
Pitching coach out there talking to Breckenridge. 2 outs, man on first and second. This is where I'm going to give the advice that Orville would give. Throw the pitch down the middle, let him hit a ground ball, and get out of the inning.
Absolutely. You know, don't try to throw silly pitches, catch on the outside corner, curveball in the dirt. Throw the ball at him. You got great defense behind you. The count is 2-2. He's looking to swing the bat. He doesn't want to be called out on strikes. So this is the point right here. If you're the pitcher, even though you got runners at first and second, throw it down the middle of the plate and let the kid hit it.
You also got a 7-run lead behind
Absolutely.
you.
Here's the pitch. Curveball catches him, and that is strike 2. So that'd be 2-2 the count. I thought I had it 2-2, so apparently it was 2-1. 2-2 the count. Runners first, second, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle of the plate. Ground ball, first base side, scooped up by the lefty. And that will be it.
There
and
you
that
go.
will be the end of the bottom of the, the top of the 6th inning. The line score, no runs. All no hits, 1 error, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. So after 5.5, it's Eau Gallie 9 and Bloomington 2.
Well, they actually took the Orville advice right there.
Yeah.
I guess just us speaking it into existence, it actually worked. And, you know, with a 7-run lead, you don't really need to throw these very difficult to hit pitches. You know, you don't need to go to your sinkers, or you don't need to go to your change-ups. You just do exactly what Orville said. Let's throw the ball down the middle, get some contact, and get him out of the inning, and that's exactly what happened. So it's going to be Eau Gallie back up to bat, and We'll see if they can tack on any more runs, give a little bit more insurance before the top of the 7th, and that'll be 3 more outs until Coach Bob Collins will have secured his 500th win as the coach of the Eau Gallie Commodores. And what a spectacular achievement that is. Bob Collins been doing it for a long time, and a lot of excellence behind it. So Eau Gallie will move to 8-8 if they can secure the win, and they'll be back here tomorrow actually to face Regis High School out of Oregon. Spoke to one of the parents of one of the players of Regis just a couple minutes before this game, and he said that they dropped their game today, but they're looking forward to coming back and playing tomorrow. They said, that Eau Gallie team, I've never seen that team before, but they look really big and they look really good. And I said, well, they've played a lot of good teams, so that's probably why the record the way it is. But they'll be here at USSSA Sports Complex and trying to compete and win every game.
We'll start the bottom of the 6th inning now with Vincent Breckenridge. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, shortstop side, playing short left field, and he's going to bobble it. I don't know that he would have caught him anyway. Breckenridge shows a lot of speed.
Yeah, that's a long throw. I mean, you look at pretty much into short outfield from where he was at. That's a far throw over to first base, and that runner, like you said, Breckenridge had some wheels right there.
So Breckenridge at first. KJ Jones, the catcher, he'll step in. He walked his first time up. Base hit his second time, caught looking, strike 3 back in the 4th. So he's there. He's 1 for 2. Throw to first, they got him in a rundown. And that's it. That would be out. So Vincent Breckenridge picked off. And that will be 1-3, and that will be out number 1.
Yeah, that's a good job right there by Hayden Anderson, the pitcher for the Purple Raiders, to recognize that. And he saw a huge leadoff from Breckenridge, which I'm kind of a little bit surprised about, given that they are leading 9-2.
Yeah.
If you are hitting the ball well, you think just base to base. You don't need to steal anything right now, but they do get Breckenridge out, so good play. Well, that one's smacked to center field. That one's deep, and it is going to be over the head of the center fielder. So Jones is going to run, and be safe at third in a close play. But given the size of this field, that's not a home run. But if we're playing over there at the Commodore Stadium, that's a home run all day.
That's a home run in Brevard County, maybe other than Rockledge. Rockledge is the biggest field, high school field in the area, but Jones got all of that, and that's why he's leading. He has .457 batting average and has helped himself today. He's 2 for 3 with a walk. Stepping in now, right fielder Alex Barna.
Barna's had a good game as well.
Barna's 3 for 3. They're going to leave Jones it. That's a pitch called ball 1. They're going to leave Jones at third and let him run it in. So we're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Eau Gallie with 1 out and a runner at third. That's Jones. Here's the pitch. Fly ball. And it's going to be foul into the stands. There's another broken bleacher, and that will be count 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's a little souvenir. Some of the kids, I can see them running down the
bleachers. There they go.
Heading for it, but there's no concession stand to turn it into. So
just take it home.
There you go.
So the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at third, that's Jones. Breckenridge had a base hit, was picked off first, so he was the first out of the inning. Here's the pitch. Outside, and that's going to score Jones from third as he trots home easily. And with the wild pitch, it makes it count 2 balls, 1 strike. And Jones does it on his own. So that'll be 1 run on 2 hits here in the bottom of the 6th, and that'll make your score 10-2.
That one's low, and it's going to be another ball. Barna setting himself up into a better count, and with him already 3 for 3, I wouldn't be too shocked if he gets pitches far outside, and he hits it far outside.
If he beats this out, and he does. Oh,
Wow.
I thought he had it.
He did have it. I got to say, the umpire was wrong on that one. If I got to do the instant replay on this live stream, but yeah, that was a very, very close play. No review, as we've mentioned multiple times, so Barna's out at first, even though it looked like he probably might have been safe. Close play regardless.
Brings up shortstop number 4, Brock Lustig, Lustig is 2 for 3 and 2 RBIs. He had a single and a double. Barna had a double and 2 singles and 2 RBIs. So he's 3 for 4. Fly ball right field, coasting over, easy catch in right, and that's out number 3. Lustig flies out to right, but in the inning for Eau Gallie, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. The score after 6 complete, Eau Gallie 10 and Bloomington 2.
Yeah, this is the top of the 7th. This is an opportunity right now for Bloomington to try to do a little bit of something, but now Eau Gallie's really, really smelling the wind. They'll move to 8-8 if they do finish it up in these 3 outs, and that'll be win number 500 for Coach Bob Collins of the Eau Gallie Commodores. So great opportunity right now, and it looks like they're going to bring in their closer, number 12, Cortland Binford, who we saw pinch run earlier in this game, and Binford had some wheels on the bases, so I'm assuming it's going to translate to his arm, and he probably throws some hard pitches. So Cortland Binford going to come in and close out for the Eau Gallie Commodores and try to make it a 1-2-3 and finish this off with a 10-2 win, potentially. But in comes, it's going to be number 8. That is Sailor Green. Sailor was the left fielder for the Purple Raiders of Bloomington. And once again, the Eau Gallie Commodores will be playing here in the USSSA Space Coast Stadium over the next couple of days against some of the Cocoa Beach spring training opponents. So, you know, come on out if the weather is great. You could check their schedule on Max Preps. And, I mean, I wouldn't mind watching some baseball if I had nothing to do on a Tuesday afternoon. So I believe their game tomorrow is 2:30 right here in the stadium. Could be wrong about that. It's what I heard. But yeah, a great opportunity for, like I said, Eau Gallie and these teams coming from all over the country to play each other and face some good competition. So it will be Binford trying to close it out for the Commodores, and it'll be Sailor Green for the Purple Raiders, and the first pitch goes over Green's head. So
ball 1.
Loses it a little bit right there, and that pitch goes way, way outside. That one is popped straight up to the first baseman. It is Henderson, and he makes the play for out number 1.
So what we're going to do here, I believe, Zane, after the ball game, we'll give you our closeout, and then we'll head down to the field. We'll have a presentation of our Friday night locker room at Space Coast Daily Player of the Game, and then hopefully we'll get a interview with the 500th winner, Bobby Collins.
All righty. That one's chopped right up. Shortstop got to make a quick play, and he does. Lustig makes a running play and throws it over to first. So Eau Gallie faithful getting pretty anxious and excited right here, as it's just one more out will end this one, and that'll be win number 500 for Coach Bob Collins. Number 16 for Bloomington, that is Brock Holtz, who was the starting pitcher, comes in, and he's first pitch swinging, fouls it off to the right. And that'll make the count a quick 0-1. Binford throws it inside and hits Holtz. So Holtz is going to take first base, and that'll now bring in number 18. That is Owen Ratcliffe. Holtz looked like he tried to jump out of it a little bit, but that pitch was inside.
Way inside.
Yeah, so nothing you can really do about that one. That's going to put a runner on first base, 2 outs with Ratcliffe at the plate. And that is to the second baseman, thrown, and there it is.
And that's the third out in the inning. The line score for the Purple Raiders: no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. Your final score is Eau Gallie 10, the Purple Raiders 2. And congratulations to the head coach of the Eau Gallie Commodores, Mr. Bobby Collins. We'll give you the line real quick for Bloomington. 2 runs on 5 hits, 1 Eau Gallie error. Bloomington living 9 runs on base, runners on base for the Eau Gallie Commodores. 10 runs on 14 hits, no errors by Bloomington. Eau Gallie leaving 5 runners on base. The final score again, Eau Gallie Commodores 10 and Bloomington Purple Raiders 2.
Stick around to the Friday Night Locker Room on Space Coast Daily, Space Coast Daily Facebook, as we will have post-game coverage, post-game interviews, and our Friday Night Locker Room player of the game just after this.
So for Zane Garcia, I'm Orville Susong in the Friday Night Locker Room on Space Coast Daily TV. Want to thank a couple of our sponsors: Auto Expo 95, Erdman Automotive, Eastern Florida State College, All Points, FIT. I'm going to get it right here in just a minute. And as